What's up guys, my name is Carl and this is a bit of a different video for me on this Tech Hunter channel. You usually do quite serious reviews and that kind of stuff. I'm always sat in front of these three monitors. I'm always kind of expressing my opinions and showing off hardcore facts and benchmarks and that kind of thing. And that kind of stuff takes a long time to do, if I'm honest. I don't have much time, so I'd like to do a little bit more personal stuff, something just off the cuff, no scripts, no facts written down. And I'd like to just do a couple unboxings, show you guys what's going on, the type of stuff I buy to use for this channel, or the type of stuff I like to use for making PCs and that kind of stuff. So without further ado, this is some of the stuff I picked up. I picked up a EVGA 750 GQ. It's a 750 watt gold plus power supply. It's about £85 at Amazon. I picked it up mainly because, well, there are cheaper options obviously, but I wanted an EVGA one because I've got some black and red custom cables for EVGA power supplies. So I ended up having to pay like an extra 20 or £30 premium just for EVGA. It's semi-modular, basically fully modular, other than the 24 pin, which is just an all black cable, which is fine. I can deal with that. It would be nice if I had a fully modular one, but that was about £120, which is ridiculous. I remember I bought my 750 G2, I believe, a couple years ago for around £80, so less than what I paid for that, and that was fully modular, so that's enough of that. I also picked up a WD Green 120 gig M.2 SSD. I think the read and write speeds are 550 read, 425 write, if I believe. It's the absolute basic budget M.2 SSD that Western Digital do. There are other options. I could have got the Western Digital Blue, but probably like an extra £4 more. But I was being tight. I wanted to save money because this is all realistically going in a kind of test PC I'm going to be making. Something which I can just put graphics cards into, processors, RAM, all that kind of stuff, all the PC stuff. I just want to be able to put into a system and just use it instead of Frankensteining my own PC and taking bits off of it and putting bits back and messing around with my own PC, which kind of affects me in a way, because then if I've got the wrong graphics card in there, it makes it hard for me to do, like, say, some video editing or gaming, because I want to play with my best graphics card surely. So it kind of defeats the object of having all of this stuff lying around and not making some kind of use of it. So I'm gonna build a PC. I've got a case upstairs in the loft. Well, as I say upstairs, up the ladder in the loft. I've got a spare case, my old Fractal Define R5. That'll be coming back down. And I'll be loading it up with this power supply, this M.2 SSD, and probably my GTX 980, which I need to do a full kind of review on, just as a nice, well, it's a fairly powerful card, so it's pretty good to have just lying around. It's only £200 used, so it's pretty good in this kind of market. But without further ado, that's me having a bit of a whinge and having a bit of a natter. Let's unbox this stuff and see what's going on. Right, so let's start off with the easy one first. It's M.2 SSD. So it's a WD Green drive. It is the absolute cheapest drive that WD offer. They obviously do the blue, the red, the purple and the black. The blue is probably what most people should be using, but I was trying to save some money, so I picked up this one. It's a WD Green. Nothing really all that great to look at, but this is my first M.2 SSD. I've never used one of these before, if I'm honest, and I'm kind of excited. I hate cables in systems, so this kind of thing is a really good piece of kit for me. Obviously, you just plug them straight into your motherboard, you just screw it down at the end, and then it's easy to go. Look at that. It's like the size of a piece of chewing gum. Really, really cool. I like them a lot. I like that a lot. There's not really much to do with an unboxing. That's fairly simple, fairly quick and easy, and doesn't actually have any any facts or figures on this box. It is literally that basic. People know that these are just going to be used, thrown into the systems just for the sake of it is an SSD and it is an M.2 drive, so therefore it is small and easy to use. Now it's time for the big boy, the big 750 GQ. And I did mention earlier about those cables I use, and here they are. Because I've got a few of these spare, I thought I might as well get an EVGA one, at least then I can reuse them and make the most of them instead of them just sat under my bed not doing anything. So that's why we've got an EVGA box. Right, so let's open it up and see what's inside. So we got our manual in here telling us all about the GQ series, what we can expect. Obviously it is 80 plus gold, so it's super efficient. And then we get the power supply itself. Quite a neat little unit. Oh, there's a lot of cables in here. Probably should have taken them out first. The power cable. And that's pretty much about it. So let's get that out of the way. Didn't need my scissor knife thing at all. Scratch that, maybe I did. So here is the 750 GQ, 80 plus gold, 50 degrees C's at full load, very modular. Look at all those holes to play with. We've got eco mode on and off, so that's always nice to have. Apparently it's got a really silent fan in here, which is something I was hoping for. And look at that, we've got a nice little peel there. That's sexy, isn't it? It's quite nice actually. It's like a brushed, it's not brush, it's kind of like a polished nickel kind of colour, I'd say. But yeah, really nice power supply. And this is the offending cable. It's all black though, so it's not really that much offensive. There was a few other ones I saw which weren't black, so that kind of annoyed me. They were completely like, they were semi-modular, similar to this, but they had the horrible ketchup and mustard cables, as they're often referred to. Got some screws there. Got plenty of them. All black cables, nice flat ones, so these can be used in the back of the system to keep things easier. Obviously some things, I might not want to use the red and black ones if they're not going to be on show, so this kind of stuff is always nice to have. It's always good to have spare cables as well. A lot of cables. You get a lot of cables, which is always nice. It's one of the good things about getting these kind of more expensive power supplies. You get a lot more cables, you're a lot more future-proof. Obviously you've got, let's walk through what we've got. We've got 4 ports on this for our graphics cards, so it's easily to do, so we can easily do Crossfire or SLI. We've got 2 8-pin CPU ports, so obviously that's for the higher end, say X299 kind of stuff, where the motherboards on them generally have the 2 8-pin EPS slots. Then we've got 3 SATA ones and 1 peripheral. We don't use, not many people usually use these peripheral ones anymore. You might use them for maybe, I think the NZXT Q Plus might use one, but that's a fairly straightforward kind of setup. Right, so that's just a little quick unboxing. I'm just trying to keep some content going on the channel. Usually I leave it about 2 or 3 weeks before a video goes up, so I'm just going to try and do some smaller, kind of quick and easy things for me personally. And also you guys get to see the kind of stuff I end up dealing with and the kind of stuff that ends up going into, say, these videos on these PCs that I end up building for this channel. But this kind of stuff, this 750 watt power supply and the M.2 SSD, they're both going to be going into a system that I'm going to be building so that I can test stuff. I mentioned that earlier, but I'm just reiterating, and that will be kind of like a little, I guess, a test bench in a way, but it'll be a PC. It'll be my old Fractal Defiant R5 case. Be able to use that again. Best thing about that case is it's got that fan controller built in. So obviously when you build cheap PCs, they generally have really bad fans that are really loud. So I'm kind of looking forward to having that back. As always though guys, if you do like this kind of stuff, it's a little bit different than today, but if you like this kind of stuff, feel free to click that subscribe button down below and click that like button as well, like the video. It's a little bit different, a little bit more off the cuff. So let's see how we do. Let's see if anybody actually watches it this time. And anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.